What if I say that the biggest power of your life is the one that you have not used till date? That power is to not react. Think when someone speaks ill of you and you just smile and move ahead. When the situation worsens and you still remain calm from within, this is the power of not reacting. An art that can completely change your thinking, your relationship, and your every decision. Hello, friends. Today we are talking about a very important and thought-changing book, The Power of Not Reacting. In this video, we are going to talk about that silent superpower. After understanding which, you will find yourself stronger than before in every difficulty. Friends, sometimes our biggest strength is to not do anything. Just think. If someone taunts you or says something in anger, you feel like responding immediately, arguing, shouting. But what would have happened if you had remained silent? What would have happened if you had taken that moment out peacefully? Author Jill Weber explains in this book that often we react to someone without thinking. We react to things and then things get worse. But if we pause for a while and then respond wisely, then we can change ourselves, our relationships, and our lives as well. This book is not a heavy source of knowledge. Rather, it tells in very simple language how we can identify our habits, control our anger, and change the habit of reacting emotionally to everything. And the most important thing is that this book does not say that emotions are wrong, but it says that we have to understand them and handle them so that we do not become slaves of emotions, but we can become their masters. So let's start the lesson of this book, a lesson that says, do not react to everything. Sometimes staying calm is the biggest strength. First of all, let's know why we react. Whenever someone says something wrong to us or something happens against our mind, we immediately react. But have you ever asked this question? Why do we do this, after all? What is the reason that we are not able to control our anger, fear, sadness, or restlessness? The answer to this is hidden in the old way of our mind and body. Whenever something seems to be a threat to us, like someone's harsh words, someone's behavior, or any uncomfortable situation, our mind immediately goes into safety mode. This is a primitive instinct which is called fight and flight in English, which means either fight with the person in front or run away from there. There is an old automatic system inside us that works without thinking, and that is why we often react immediately without understanding. Suppose someone in the office asks you a question. Hard work is ignored. We immediately feel like showing anger and arguing because we feel that our respect has diminished, or if someone at home does not listen to us, we shout because we feel that we are losing control. In fact, when someone touches our ego, we immediately react. We fear that we will look weak or someone will take us lightly. But what is the result of this reaction? Often there is sourness in relationships, mental stress, and regret. The author tells that all this is related to our old experiences and childhood habits. If we have been suppressed repeatedly in childhood, or our feelings have been ignored, then when we grow up, we start taking everything as a threat. So the first thing to understand is that our reaction is not an enemy. It is just the result of the experiences and fear accumulated inside us. But the good news is that if we understand this, we can change ourselves. Now let us talk about how we can identify this reaction and stop it so that we can live life more wisely and peacefully. The book says that not reacting is not just a matter of willpower, it is an art that we can learn. Everyone has felt at one time or another that if only I had waited a little at that time, the argument would not have happened. Whether it was the boss's scolding in the office, or a talk with the partner at home, or misunderstanding with a friend. That one moment when we react takes away our peace, but when something touches our emotions, it is very difficult to stop. Let's listen to Neha's story. Neha was a marketing manager, and in her team meeting, a colleague called her presentation bad in front of everyone. Neha's face turned red. Her heart started beating fast and anger started boiling in her mind. She wanted to reply immediately, to say something that would silence that colleague, but then she remembered a lesson from the book. Stop and listen to your body before reacting. Neha stopped for 5 seconds and took a deep breath. She observed the signals of her body, rapid heartbeat, hands getting hot. She said to herself, "This is anger and I can control it." She replied calmly, "Thanks for the feedback. I will do it better." Her calmness not only avoided the argument, but also forced everyone in the meeting to respect her understanding. Later, Neha felt that she not only won a stressful moment, but also got to know her inner strength. Now the question is, how do we recognize that moment when we are about to react? The author says that the first step is to be conscious, i.e., to be aware. Awareness is the key that unlocks your power to choose. Awareness is the key that gives you the power to choose. As soon as something happens, you feel a pricking sensation, restlessness inside, movement in the body. Understand that you are on the verge of reacting. These signals in the body usually appear like this. Breathing becomes fast as if you are running. Chest feels tight as if something heavy is pressing down. Forehead shrinks as if you are unable to understand anything. And suddenly, some strong emotion comes in the mind like anger, sadness, or fear. Catching these signals is the first step. The book says that these signals are the alarm of your body. They are telling you to stop, do not react right now. It is necessary to stop in this moment. And this is where the most special technique of the book begins. The author tells a very easy way, the pause technique. This is the magical formula that can give you peace and understanding in every stressful moment. Let us understand it step by step. Pause period. Just stop for 5 seconds. Do not say anything. Do not do anything. This small break clears your mind. If you want to breathe, take a deep breath like we learned in one breath pause. Be aware of the feelings of your mind and body. Scan your body. Is your heart beating fast? Are your hands warm? Is your forehead crinkling? Observe your mood. Is it anger, fear, or sadness? From this awareness, you can name your emotions, as we did in the emotion observation practice. Understand what you are feeling and why. Ask yourself where this emotion came from. Is it because of what the other person said or my old wounds? As we saw in the trigger journal, maybe it is just a misunderstanding or maybe it is not that big. With this understanding, your mind starts to calm down. Step back. That is, do not take any step immediately. Distance yourself a little from that moment. Imagine that you are watching this scene from outside. Is it worth arguing or responding? Is it worth taking away your peace? This distance gives you the space to take the right decision. Evaluate. Think whether it would be right to react or is it better to remain silent. Now think what will happen if I respond. Will this make the situation better or worse? Will remaining silent give me more strength? This thought will show you the right path, whether it is to respond or move on with a smile. Now take a small example. Suppose your partner said something that hurt you. For example, he says that you always get ready late. At first, I feel like responding right then and there. Not only me, you delay even more. But if you use the pause technique, if you adopt this pose, then it will happen. You remain silent for 5 seconds. Take a deep breath. Sometimes you feel that your face is getting hot. You are getting angry, understand? You think this anger is not because of what they said. Maybe it is because of my stress. Step back. You remind yourself that this is a small thing. There is no need to make it big. Evaluate. You decide that answering will lead to an argument. I will stay calm. Then you just smile and say, yes, I will try to hurry up. And see, the stress is over. This 5-second break can give you a new direction. The book says that this small moment can save your relationships, can make your decisions better, and can bring peace in your life. Gradually, when you make this a habit, there will be a tremendous difference in your relationships, your mental peace, and your understanding. Just like Neha chose peace in her meeting, you too can choose your strength in every moment, and this habit will connect you to the calm place inside you, like that silent witness meditation, about which we will talk later. And remember, being calm is never a weakness, but it is the biggest inner strength. This is the strength that keeps you stable in every storm, makes you wise in every relationship, and connects you to your real self in every moment. Now let us know how to gradually make your mind calm and stable so that we can feel true strength in every situation. The book says that real strength is not what is seen in external fights, that strength comes from the peace within us. First of all, peace does not come from outside. It comes from within us. It arises from within. No matter how much noise there is, no matter how many difficulties there are, if our mind is stable, we can cross every storm. When we are reacting to something or the other all the time, our mind becomes like a monkey, jumping and skipping all the time. Anger in one moment, worry in the next, jealousy in the third moment. This monkey never stops. The author says that only a person who is calm from within can withstand the turmoil outside. A calm mind is like a still lake. It reflects the truth without distortion. That is, a calm mind is like a calm lake. It shows the truth without twisting it. Let's listen to Vikram's story. Vikram used to get stressed in every family gathering. His cousins always compared his job and income with their friends. Vikram, you are still in the same small company. Hearing such things, Vikram's mind used to boil. He would either reply in anger or keep suffocating silently. But after reading The Power of Not Reacting, Vikram chose a new path. He adopted 3 special practices of the book: observe, inner check-in, and breathe. Awareness. In the next meeting, when his brother taunted him again, instead of reacting immediately, Vikram paused and looked at the situation. He asked himself, will this change my life? The answer was no. Then he did an inner check-in. He realized that it was not his anger, but his insecurity that was causing the problem. There was a feeling of, I am growing at my own pace, which came from childhood comparisons. Finally, he took 3 deep breaths and smiled calmly. He just said, yes, I am growing at my own pace. His calmness not only neutralized the taunts, but also forced everyone in the family to respect his maturity. Like Vikram, we can also make our mind calm and stable. Now the question is how to get such peace and stability. The book teaches us 3 easy but deep methods which can transform our mind from that monkey to a calm lake. The first method is to observe, that is, to look carefully but without any judgment. This means that when a situation, a thing, or an emotion comes, just look at it as if you are a spectator. This means that whenever a situation comes in front of you, do not react immediately, neither call it good nor bad. Just look at that situation, feel and think whether it is really that big, what to do and how to do it. Next time when something hurts you, pause for 5 seconds. Look at the things going on in your mind. Are you getting angry? Are you scared? Now ask yourself, is this thing worth taking away my peace? The book says that this question should be asked to you. Instantly clears your mind benefits. In 90% of cases, you will realize that it was your reaction that was making it bigger. This practice, like the pause technique, instantly makes you aware and stops your reaction. For example, if someone says something wrong to you in traffic, instead of judging them, just see how that anger, that jealousy is coming. Gradually, you will find that that emotion reduces on its own. This is the basis of silent witness meditation, which we will talk about later. The second thing is daily practice. The habit of staying calm is not formed in a day. For this, one has to connect with oneself for a little time every day. The book says that calmness is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it will become. A small practice called inert check-in helps in this. This is a daily accounting of your mind. How to do it? Stop and ask yourself 3 times a day, how am I feeling right now? Am I happy? Am I stressed or sad? Is there any restlessness inside me? Is something bothering me? Like in the trigger journal, we saw, am I angry or annoyed at someone? If yes, then why? Is it from my old wounds? You can ask these questions in the morning, afternoon, and night. Benefit in just 1 to 2 minutes. These questions connect you to the inner state. They make you the master of your emotions so that they do not suddenly control you. Practice helps you to understand your mind like emotion observation practice. For example, every morning after breakfast, pause for 2 minutes and answer these questions. You can write them in a diary if you want, like trigger journal. Slowly, you will start understanding the pattern of your mind, and your mind will change from that jumping monkey to a calm friend. The third thing is to focus on the breath, i.e., breath awareness. The book says that our breath is the anchor of our mind. It brings us to the present moment. Whenever the mind wanders, focus on the breath. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. It is so simple yet so powerful. It instantly calms your mind and brings you back to the here and now. How to do it? Anytime during the day when you feel stressed, take 3 deep breaths. Inhale each breath in 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale in 4 seconds. This is called 4x4 breathing. It oxygenates your body and calms your mind. Benefits. This practice reduces stress instantly, like 1 breath pause and 3-2-1 pause. It connects you to that still place which is called real me in the book. Let's take a small example. Suppose someone interrupted you in the office and you felt bad. Your mind wants to reply immediately and say something harsh. Now, if you close your eyes at that moment and take 3 deep breaths, then you will feel like saying something harsh. Take a deep breath, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out. Then perhaps you will avoid saying anything immediately and your peace will remain. You will find that the anger, the irritation will subside automatically. The author says the moment you observe, you free yourself, i.e., as soon as the moment you notice your reaction, you become free from it. And this freedom takes us to that stable, calm mind, which remains firm in every situation, and true mental freedom begins from here. By adopting these 3 practices, Vikram not only neutralized the taunts of his family, but also got connected to that calm place inside him, which does not shake with anyone's words. He understood that his strength is not in external praises, but in his inner stability, and gradually his mind changed from that jumping monkey to a calm and steady lake. So friends, start these 3 practices from today itself. 1. Observe. Observe every situation without judgment as a spectator. 2. Inner check-ins. Take stock of your mind 3 times a day. 3. Breath awareness. Whenever the mind wanders, return with 4 breaths. With these small steps, you will make your mind calm and stable. This practice will connect you to that silent superpower, which keeps you firm in every storm. And as you deepen this peace, you will find that your life is not only becoming calm, but more empowered and beautiful. I ask you a question. Why do we react to the same things again and again? Have you ever noticed that some things keep bothering us again and again? Like if someone says something, then we immediately get angry. If something goes unheard, then we feel sad. Or if no one praises us, we break down inside. Now think, this is not happening for the first time, yet we react the same way every time. The author says that all this happens because of our unhealed emotional patterns, meaning the pain that is hidden in childhood or in some old experience gets triggered again and again. We think that the person in front of us is hurting us, but in reality, he is just touching our old wounds. Understand it with a simple example. Suppose you have an old wound on your knee and someone lightly touches it, you immediately scream, but in reality, the pain is not caused by that person, but by your old wound. Exactly the same happens with our mental state. Our mind is a pattern machine. It repeats the same reaction that it has learned earlier. Now the question is how to get out of this. Recognize that this is a pattern, not a real danger. Whenever there is a trigger, ask yourself, have I reacted to this before? If the answer is yes, then understand that this is your old story, not the new truth. Take a pause before reacting. The author says, pause power. If you stop, you have time to think. 3. Change the self-talk. Tell yourself, I will not react every time. I can choose new thinking. 4. Consider inner healing important every time. Reacting is a sign that something is incomplete inside which needs to be looked at. The purpose of this whole process is to choose a conscious response, to get out of the unconscious reaction. That is, to respond to whatever is happening thoughtfully without getting caught in the grip of old wounds. And when you start doing this, people will interrupt you and make you angry, but now you will be able to smile and say that I do not react to everything now. I am free now. Now we will learn how to bring self-control and inner power into everyday life. The biggest mistake we make is that we think that self-control means suppressing our feelings. But in reality, self-control means feeling the feeling, understanding it, and still taking action after thinking. The author says that if you start paying attention to the small moments of your life, then every day, every moment, you have an opportunity to respond, not to react. Now the question arises how to start a morning with silence. Do not look at the phone or social media as soon as you wake up in the morning. Just sit with yourself for a few minutes. Listen to your inner voice. Inner silence will keep you away from the noise of the day. Focus on your breathing. Whenever you feel angry or someone is triggering you, take a few deep breaths. It connects you to your body and works instantly. Choose one small win every day, like today I will complain. I will not do it. Today I will not interrupt anyone. Today I will not interrupt anyone and reply. These small steps will gradually give you a big change. 4. Observe your thought patterns. Ask yourself for a few minutes a day, what am I upset about? What is my reaction to what is strong? When you start observing, you start understanding yourself. And when you understand, only then change comes. 5. Consider the triggers as a signal of growth. Next time when someone makes you angry, tell yourself, maybe this is my test. Can I stay in the moment this time? Self-control is not an overnight miracle. It is a practice like yoga or meditation. By doing a little bit every day, it becomes an inner power. And remember, a truly powerful person is not the one who dominates everyone, but the one who dominates himself. Friends, emotional freedom is the real freedom. Think if a person is completely free from outside, he can go anywhere, can eat anything, can do any work. But if he is troubled from inside, he gets sad again and again by someone's words every day. If her mood changes on small things, then is she really free? The writer says emotional freedom means the power that nothing can control your mind. Emotional freedom means you can feel the sorrow, but do not get trapped in it. Whether someone praises you or criticizes you, you know your own value. Your happiness should be in your hands. No one else's words or actions should affect it. Now the question arises, how is this possible? 1. Isolate your feelings. Do not judge. If you are sad, upset, or angry, do not tell yourself that this should not happen. Start telling yourself that yes, this feeling is coming. I am observing it. As soon as you stop judging, that feeling starts to lighten up on its own. So learn to stop. When something triggers you, do not react immediately. Take a pause. In that pause, you have the biggest power, the power to choose. 3. Do not take the words or actions of others personally. Every person is going through his own pain. If someone says something, it is not necessary that it is about you. It can be his own story. If someone gets angry at you, it is possible that he is bringing out his inner confusion. 4. Bring your attention from outside to inside. If you are seeing every day how the world is treating you, then you will remain unhappy. But if you see every day how you are treating yourself, then you will become free. Emotional freedom does not mean that you suppress any feeling. It means that you can see and understand your every feeling with love, and then take action after thinking carefully, because real freedom does not start from outside, but from inside. Now let's talk about the most important lesson of this book, which we can adopt in our life. I can adopt it immediately. First of all, let us make one thing clear, that this book is not a motivational magic that makes everything right as soon as you read it. It gives a kind of vision, a perspective through which you can see everything in a new way. The deepest thing about this book is that it is not in our hands to change the world, but changing our reaction is completely in our hands, and this is where the real change begins. When we react, we give the power of our mind to someone else. But when we respond, that is, we take action after thinking, then we become the master of our mind. Now the question arises, how can we apply it practically in our life? 2. Observe yourself for 5 minutes every day. No reaction, just see what thoughts are going on. This small step makes your mind very powerful. 2. Next time when you feel bad about something, ask yourself a question. Is this more important than my peace? In 90% of the cases, the answer will be no. 3. Daily practice. Pause, breathe. Choose a tricky moment, wait for a second, take a deep breath, then think and answer. Don't react. Change your inner dialogue. When someone says something bad, start telling yourself that I love myself and I love my peace the most, because this life is yours, and the responsibility of your emotions is also yours. No one else. No one can make you unhappy unless you give them that power. So friends, the power of not reacting teaches us that the real power is not in external battles, but in the peace within us. This book showed us how we can understand our emotions, how we can respond thoughtfully instead of reacting every time, and how we can awaken that silent superpower of ours that keeps us stable in every storm. Take one small step today to bring the silent superpower into your life. Subscribe to Audiobooks Tube so that you can hear about such life-changing books every day, and share this video with your friend or family member who often gets carried away by emotions. Let us move together towards a calm and empowered life.